How to stop bullshitting yourself. Right, bit of a shocking introduction to this video, but wanted to just share some thoughts on how honest are you with yourself and why you should stop bullshitting yourself. Right, and the reason for this video is a reminder to myself, in all honesty, that I think there are lots of things that we do on a day-to-day over time, and we could quite easily fall into a trap of bullshitting ourselves without realizing and lying to ourselves, and especially things that we are trying to avoid to do. So how do we reframe that and come back to the land of reality and just stop bullshitting ourselves? Well, yeah, I think something like this is very important for us to understand, because we all get into a certain place from time to time when we think we are doing the things we should be doing, but if we are to be honest with ourselves and being very objective with ourselves, in reality we might be just running away from the stuff that we are wanting to do because of certain things or many things. It could be fears, it could be doubts, it could be uncertainty, it could be your not wanting to take risks and not wanting to take the dangerous side of things, because as we know, your comfort zone is very strong at keeping you in your comfort zone. And there's always times where we feel like we'll just do something else to stay within our comfort zone, and lie to ourselves about actually making progress or doing things that actually will take us to where we want to be, because of all those fears and doubts that we might have with our own confidence, I guess, our own self-esteem. Sometimes it's hard to just pull the trigger because it's not easy doing what we do, especially if what we're doing is outside of our comfort zone. So how do we manage this, and how do we come back to reality when we do find ourselves stuck in a rut? Well, I think the first thing is being self-aware is a major key of this, and being aware of where you are and where you want to be in this present moment in time. So if you feel like you are not achieving enough, or you feel like, you know, there's just something there where you get stuck on, or there's challenges or blocks that you think that it's hard to overcome, I think that is a good sign or a good indicator that is something there that you need to have a look at internally to see how you can change it, essentially. And it's all about change. If you don't like where you are, you should be changing. But sometimes that change comes quite scary to us, and it might be the thing that holds us back. So that's where the self-awareness is very important, to make us realize and understand that that is not the path we want to go, and there is a different path that we want to be more heading towards, and towards that vision that you might have for yourself. So if you do goals planning or future planning, there's always a part of you that feels like the future version of yourself is always better, and it should be, in all honesty. You should be improving. I mean, the 10 years from now of you should be better than you now. You shouldn't be going backwards, and if you are, then there's an issue there, in my opinion. But where you are now in the present, you might be stuck on how you're gonna tackle this future and how you would progress and move towards the future. And that's why I think it's important to have the self-awareness to keep yourself in check, but then to actually take the actions to change. And that might be needing to sit down and have words with yourself, or plan yourself out, or find a coach or find a mentor to help you go through these things. Sometimes having a good close friends to talk about these things can actually help you with realizing what you need to do, because an outside perspective, bringing in those perspectives, can also help to give you a new perspective. And that's the wonderful thing about having networks and connections and people around you to talk about these things, which is difficult in all honesty, because people are a lot more closed off than they used to be. So finding those deep, meaningful connections can be quite a challenge. But never stop trying, and I think that's the most important part, is to keep moving forward and keep it, keep the motion, keep going, keep taking one step at a time forward towards whatever goals you've got in mind. And because of this, also having people around you, like I said, would help you greatly. And if you don't have anyone around you, I suggest looking out to try and reach out to people and make those connections. Again, it's hard, and you probably have to go through a lot of people, to be in all honesty, but I think if you do find that one person that truly understands you, I think that's worth everything, really, to just have that one person. So yeah, I think key things to take away from this is being more objective with yourself, finding out what is stopping you, what is blocking you from moving forward, and having that honest conversation and stop bullshitting yourself, right? Having that honest conversation with yourself and what actually is your fears and your deepest parts of you that is holding you back, and that's the parts of you within you that you need to go into to figure out, essentially. Self-awareness does really help you with putting together a more clearer picture, but that's not everything. There's also a lot of experiences that you have to go through, and at the end of the day, it's on the other side of your comfort zone. So there will come to a time where you have to take action and actually take those steps to improve yourself and become the better version of yourself. And along the journey, make some friends, make some connections, and treasure those connections that are able to become deep with you, and build your community that way. So that's just some thoughts right off the bat. Again, no scripts for me. I like to just turn on the camera and just talk at the camera, which then means talking to you guys and sharing that with you guys. But yeah, hopefully it's been a bit insightful. Again, if you want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me. Always happy to have a chat and make new connections myself, and talk about anything really. Properties is a given, but anything else to do with self-awareness and self-development, I'm always happy to share some knowledge and to also learn from you guys as well. So hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys again soon.